We have Shannon Bourbonnais of La Petite L'Ecole, and she runs a school in Dunbar, a French immersion school for preschoolers and then into school age for after school care. But we are so excited to talk to you. So thank you for carving out some time.
Welcome.
And so we are most interested because you heard about COVID. You heard schools were closing down just before spring break. We want to know, what was your initial reaction?
I think given it was spring break, I was already on holidays. It was the start of the holidays. I wasn't surprised at all. I didn't panic. A couple days earlier, and I think that was important, I had sent an email out to all of my parents of my preschool just saying, we don't know what the future is. Should there be closures, I am already making provisions for learning how to transfer my curriculum online and using Zoom. So I kind of set the tone like, I've got this, an email sent out was, I think, key. Mm-hmm. And then it gave me a bit of time as well to learn the whole technology behind it. So I had a couple weeks to learn.
And how did you know what to do? Like, how have you changed the way because everybody in my circle has all been, high school students will be fine, but kids in younger grades and the elementary grades are going to be the most impacted because it's such a tactile, connecting, communicating, one-on-one type of learning.
Oh yeah, there is some moments of, can I do this? When you're learning something new, you're excited, but you're anxious at the same time. So for me, I felt like I was, forget 20 something years of experience. It was like I was a new teacher all over again. And that's what a lot of teachers that I had talked to said. It's like we're on a practicum. So there's a lot of tons of learning on the side. I think it's worked well for preschoolers because I've taken my circle time component and I've stretched that out and accelerated the language for my circle time. So my circle time at school, that's what now I'm focusing on my Zoom. So we do the songs, we do vocabulary. I've got cue cards. There's a reading. There's always we're reading a book. And as well, I get up every time and we're reinforcing the vocabulary with a song in the background. So it's just kind of keeping them motivated, keeping them connected, keeping them happy, and still pushing that curriculum in a fun, engaging way.
I'm curious, have you done anything creative that's come out of this that you never thought would happen? Other forms of teaching or tutoring?
Creative, I guess, using music, I think, because the way in which I teach the language, we use gestures. So every word, so if you want to learn any given language, there's about 500 words in that language, regardless of the languages that you need to know in order to be functioning. So I use gestures to contextualize every word. So it actually, through Zoom, it's worked really well. But on top of that, what I would change in the future is during my regular circle times when the kids actually come to me, I would throw on my instrumental, like I've got Justin Bieber instrumental or Black Eyed Peas or Katy Perry or, any kind of, music that I like to dance to. So it's just instrumental. But then I get up and we have a whole dance session with promoting the French. It's regarde, écoute, ouvre, ferme, bonjour, au revoir, danse, marche, cours. So it's just in a pleasant way. We're just reviewing and drilling that vocabulary. But I find it, on my end, they're muted out and I can see parents dancing on the couch and the kids are too. So I think it's, I would incorporate that in the future for sure. I never thought technology was something that I was kind of shied away from technology because for me, I never thought it was an actual tool to teach the language properly. I didn't think that it would be possible to do so. With Zoom, I actually think it's forcing me to be super productive, to open my doors to parents and community, because I can't hide behind my doors anymore. My doors, I mean, I've always been very open with parents, and if they wanted to come in, and I'm, you know, my open door policy is right up there. But with Zoom now, I'm in their living rooms. Like, I'm in their living rooms twice a day, and they can see, you know, I've got nothing to hide. They can see me, they see my personality, and how I deliver the curriculum. And if, you know, if there's little mistakes here and there, I mean, that's, you know, you're learning. So you're just, yeah, you're on display, but I'm happy to show them what I do. And I think it's been a good open door communication.
How do you think it's enhanced your connectivity with some of the families?
I would say it has, because a lot of the kids that come to me, you know, not every parent can drop off the kid. You know, I have grandparents, I have nannies, friends. So in some cases, I'm seeing some parents that I've never been able to see on a regular basis, and I'm now seeing them in their living rooms with their kids. So I do feel that I'm, you know, my main goal, you know, one of my main goals of teaching has always been, okay, create the community. So I feel like, you know, that's still happening, because I can see them, they're seeing us. Kids are saying, I love you, you know, to each other after the lesson. They're seeing their friends. So, you know, that's been super important to me.
You said when we were walking, and I had a moment, which was the French community, like, to promote the language is to use it to connect with people who are, you know, obviously studying it. So do you think that will be enhanced in some way because of this transition that you've made?
I guess I could see the possibilities that the doors that it has opened with technology. You can reach a lot more people. And I've always been very limited with my own school. It's very small. I'd like to keep it that way. I could see reaching more people, and also connecting with even other teachers and different ways of teaching. So I don't know. I'm excited to just let it go where it does. Mm-hmm. Definitely with my after school French programs, that has been, I think I see a huge advantage of Zoom with that, because I've got 1 hour, and it's so productive, because you have 1 hour. It's not like, oh, somebody's got to go to the bathroom and come back, and then I'm helping one person. Like, my whole hour is pushing curriculum. Of course, we're not physically there, and there's other benefits of actually being in the classroom. Basically, I mute them all out, though, but I deliver a full-on lesson that's, you know, I feel like I'm able to push the French more than I normally can in a regular class, because of just interruptions. And but I feel like that's going really, really well. I can see doing more after school French and touching or teaching other kids that normally wouldn't be able to come to my program. I can see some real benefits on that. Again, you know, right now I'm just trying to hold what I have. You know, I'm not here to say, oh, I'm going to open my doors, I'm going to have this Zoom and this other Zoom. And right now I'm just doing all my classes, and nothing has really changed, but it's just done in a different format. And then who knows, after COVID, I'm sure there'll be some kind of changes that will probably incur, probably for the better, but I still would always want to welcome my students into my classroom. Sometimes I worry about, will I not be able to hug them anymore? Because, you know, we do hug kids a lot, right? And we have such a close relationship with caregivers that come, like Cynthia and I, and the moms or the dads or the grandparents and the caregivers. So, you know, it's been nice to still be connected through them. We have one grandparent that said he'd like to connect with us Zoom. Because those are the, you can continue relationships via a different way, which is something that I never really thought would be possible, but I can see that. And I think that's super important to keep it going.
Have there been any funny stories, like some of the things your kids said, or a dad walking by in his underwear? Was anything happen?
No, we had, there's always little funny things that you see, right? Because the other day I had one of my moms, but one of my preschooler moms, she's in the background, and we're ready to start our Zoom. And usually before the actual lesson, before I mute people out, we're just chit-chatting, letting the kids make connections, and it's kind of the pre-lesson amble. And I see her in the background, and she's doing squats, like with her workout, but she's in total view, right? But it makes for, the nice thing about teaching a language is that in order to be really effective, you have to take those moments. Those become the important moments in your teaching. So you can forget about your curriculum. If you see and everybody's watching a mom exercising the back, then you can bring that into your lesson. So we had a little fun with that. And I told her, I can see you, or nice squats. And she's like, oh, you can see me, you can see me. I had a parent obviously so tired because they've got different kids working different e-learnings. She's on the side of the screen, and the mom just totally, the lesson is not for the mom. So, but the kid was there, but the mom was fully asleep on the side. You have, kids sometimes, or parents, they don't realize that you can hear them as well. So you're hearing conversations between parents, and there's little slip ups like that, but nothing completely major. Not too bad. Not too bad.
And then class management. How do you do that?
Class management is honestly, well, first it's awesome because, especially with little ones. So preschoolers, they're 3, they're 4, they're they're eating their breakfast. Their parents are trying to discipline them, and it's okay. They can hear. They can hear me deliver the lesson. It doesn't matter to me that they're eating or they're getting their stuffy, but class management, it's great because they're muted. So they're not disrupting my lesson ever. Right. So I quite like that. I don't know, in a classroom, if you can just go, everybody, boop, mute, and then do your lesson, you're never interrupted. So I like it. I really like it.
When they sing, do you hear them?
No, but they don't really know that. So I can see their whole lips moving. I can tell when, if they're singing, I can see them, I can see their lips. So I just carry on. And my big thing is I love to encourage all the students. So I'll just say, bravo tout le monde, super, fantastique, Jacob, bravo Madeleine, tout le monde. So I'm constantly, praising them for what they're doing. I will also, it's funny because you don't change your personality through technology. What I like, I'm still me. I will discipline, just like I don't mind disciplining a child with their parent in front of them. It's just, maybe it's years of, I'm sure now it's because I am older than the parents of the kids that I teach now. So it comes with a little bit I feel more confident. So just even today, a kid was eating, but opening their mouth, and they're curious, they're up there and they're opening their mouth, and I can see all their food, and right away I'll say, Jacob, I said today, Jacob, est-ce qu'on ouvre la bouche ou est-ce qu'on ferme la bouche? And then I want them to say the words. I have no idea if they're saying the words, so I'm like, ferme tout le monde, ferme la bouche, bravo, fantastique, Jacob. So it just, you keep on going. One girl bit her younger brother, and then right away it's like, oh, arrête.